training, pick out opportunities to train for team building. You need to know the players on your team. It's no different than a team in football, baseball, bowling, hockey, band. If you're going out for ballet, someone that does their nails, their hair, likes engineering, likes robotics. All the team sizes are all different. All the sports are different. Everything you're doing is an opportunity. Everything you're doing is to train and try to be part of a better team. When you're doing this and you're looking at the philosophy, the sociology, behavioral sciences, economics, business law, the language, each team is going to speak a different language. Some people are going to be on this independent team. Some people work better by themselves than in groups. Some people work better in smaller groups. Some people like to coach. Some people like to teach. Some people like to train. You're going to have to find a position. Sometimes you're going to have to make a position. That's part of the team building. Each carries a different set of skills in a team setting. Each carries a different position. Learning where people are at, what life position they sit in. You have to know your people on your team. What struggles are they going through? How is that going to affect the team? Where people are. You have to observe the present opportunities by asking questions. Then you have to listen. Then your response and your language, both verbally and physically, you have to get in what you get out. So that present opportunity is going to come down to team leaders, team captains, team members. Watch how you label things. Watch the names you put on things. How you declare a position. Too many people put a label or box people into one group without really knowing their full capabilities or giving them a chance to show capabilities. Be a collective. Be a team. So you have to be one and train as one. And you can't expect your team to be one if you don't train them to be as one. You can't have labels, because with no labels, then you present opportunities to everyone. You're creating positions, and you're letting everyone compete for those. And then it's places earned by willingness to be taught. The leadership and training, teaching to adapt. What fits a position that you can put a label on. When you're trying to fit a position with a label, then you have to create multiple avenues so you can have multiple people try for the same opportunity. And then if they're all good, maybe you need to have 3 positions as such, so that way you can keep all 3 of your best players. It doesn't matter what route you're in, if you're just pouring gravel on the driveway or laying blacktop, or the team members are everywhere in life, everywhere around you. So you don't want to break spirits. You want to keep spirits. And this requires training the spirits. You got to train listening. You have to require listening. You have to require respect. You have to require the time to slow down. You have to train the spirit in your team. You have to create that spirit in your crews, the collectiveness, the awareness. That comes to accountability, action, awareness, adaption. For me, it's a repo. Action, reaction, equality, productivity, opportunity. It's an opera. It's the sound. It's the dance. It's the art. Being a collective. Fluidity as one. You want to be fluid. You want to have one team, one company, one reflection of leadership. As a collective, we cannot expect the next person to know the knowledge. So if the knowledge to be performed in a position was not taught, that's leadership reflection. Fluidity and timing. Time taught. Time practice. Time perfected. To time fluidity, different levels, different vibrations, reverse, perfect practice taught. So are you actually teaching the right way? Is maybe somebody's not performing, but Are they actually being taught the correct way? Are they actually practicing the way they need to be practicing? Or are you wasting their time when you're teaching them by having them practice in a lower vibrational scale? You cannot teach those that do not want to be taught. You can't force teaching. It has to be a willingness, a respect for it. If they are not willing to learn, it is not their time. When people do not respect your time, when all people do is try to push your buttons, try to argue, when all people do is push your stress, anxiety, when people don't accept their position, their role, is it the person in position, or is it the environment? Is it the age? Was the opportunity presented too soon? Was the individual not seeing what they have, what they are presented with? The sacrifices of the trainer, the time invested, time given to give an opportunity, the reality, realization in a situation. Don't waste their time. Don't waste your time. Smart choices. Not every environment or situation or position is an opportunity. This is a difference. It's a difference in choice, difference in viewpoints. One's opportunity is another's vice. So adversity is seen differently. It's mental, physical, emotional. Different strokes for different folks. Different canvases, different paint, different colors, different brushes used. The effects felt when you're seeing it done. The making, the process, the mental, the physical, the emotion. Notification, pre-talks, accepted or not accepted. Early interaction, time-sensitive situations. If the frustration is building, then you need to breathe and stop. The situation, the time and distance, is it a timeline situation? Are positions on grace or time sensitive? Does a position need terminated? A new position replaced in its place? Is a new position able to be created? Is it a monthly thing or a year of cool down time needed? Maybe some separations needed between whatever the interaction is. Can it be resolved in 15 minutes, an hour, today, this week? Is a person requiring a need to know by a certain date, but do they deserve the request or not? The views will differ on this. Transparency, compassion, communication, mutual respect. The collective data, tracking a conversation, recalling information. What keeps being repeated? What keeps being misunderstood? Will this continue? Is it a path? Is it a path being seen? Are there boundary lines drawn? Are the boundaries being respected or disrespected? Are they accepted by both parties? Or were all parties involved in creating the boundary lines? The communication and transparency. Is it clearly seen? Unpacking a situation, being open, honest. The facts, the truth, the honesty, the seriousness. Effects felt, are they transparent? The consequences of this decision versus that choice, that decision. Be clear on the direction path that choices lead to. Is it outside counsel needed for resolution in the situation? Is it willing to be obtained, time spent, or is a timeline or unwillingness going to alter outcomes? Present a new set of consequences. Adaptivity to change. Changing dynamics. Bringing things to light. What comes to light that's unseen or seen. The facts, the reality. What is a double? Is it rearrangeable? What makes honest sense? Will this situation reoccur? Or can you predict a problem? Is it going to double up and become a reoccurring problem? Is the probability there that it will? What can you put in place for deterrence to change the direction? The effects of the confidence. Put your best foot forward. The outline, the plan, the goal, the individual, the mental, the physical, the emotional, the work ethic of morals and values. Some old dogs learn new tricks. Some old and new dogs may not want to. choice versus does not have capability. Maybe some things are not capable of that person. Maybe that needs to be realized. Maybe you're expecting too much out of people that aren't built to perform at a certain standard. You have to take in effect all these causes. So a misunderstanding to perform on a level, you have to ask and look inside and outside. You have to look at the effects inside, look at the effects outside. You have to be considering. You have to consider and be humanic. You have to know where all the options are considered. Was everything attempted to the best of all the abilities? And you have to have no regrets and no remorse. Empathy versus sympathy. Learn all you can in life. The Globe is the greatest book ever written for humans alive in the physical. Take advantage of your life for you. The only one that can is yourself. Don't be a person that plays a blame game. I'm sorry if you didn't get your way. That's politics, and personal and business. Effects on relationships forever felt, affecting all aspects of individuals differently. Love, inspire, lift up environments. Be present. Presence in yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Be aware of your actions, received actions, the hard change, hard choice, recognition, acceptance, or denial. Your true north. Be you. Live, love, and laugh every day.